Hey guys, welcome to the game plan. I'm hoping you guys are enjoying your draft week as much as I am. I'm personally super psyched for tomorrow night. We've been waiting a long time for this. So in celebration, we're doing a mock draft. A couple ground rules for this draft. One is that this is going to be a what I would do draft, not a prediction draft. I think that those are pointless, as there's going to be all types of crazy trades that we're not going to be able to predict. So I'm putting myself in the mindset of all 32 NFL GMs. Second thing, trades will be involved as well, so do keep that in mind. All right. With all that being said and out of the way, let's get into the draft. On the clock, the first overall pick is the Cincinnati Bengals. I think that this pick's pretty obvious, but it's going to be Joe Burrow. This has been done in pretty much every mock. There's nothing more I can say about this kid. Moving on to the Redskins. At number 2 overall, the Redskins are going to end up taking Chase Young. Again, a pretty slam dunk pick that a lot of people have predicted. These are the two best players in the class. But if I'm the Redskins general manager, I might be looking for a potential trade down partner. But the thing is, I just can't find one. I don't think anybody is willing to come all the way up to 2. So we're taking the best player on the board, a generational type edge rusher talent with an incredibly high ceiling and an incredibly high floor. What more could you want out of the second overall pick? On the clock at number 3 overall, the Detroit Lions. However, there is a trade. The Miami Dolphins are going to be coming up with the Detroit Lions for the number 3 overall pick. They're going to be giving up pick number 5 and number 26 overall to make this move. So now, with the Miami Dolphins on the clock with the number 3 overall pick, they are going to take their quarterback of the future, Jordan Love. The pick here is not going to be Tua. It's going to be Jordan Love. For a couple reasons. It's not just the novelty of making it different, but I really think that Love is the guy here. He's a super, super high upside quarterback. He has all the physical traits you look for, and I think that this kid is going to be phenomenal. I think that his tape and his stats from last season, he pushed the ball too much. He played too much hero ball. That was simply by being on a bad team. I think that he tried to make too many plays happen, and I think that that can be coached out of him. But I am in love with his upside. But I really don't like bringing Tua into the Dolphins for a couple of different reasons. I think first, the pick seems almost redundant with Josh Rosen. I think that they're similar style, what I like to call dispensing quarterbacks, where they can make accurate throws to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, but they're not really going to push the ball or make the play themselves. I don't think that you're relying on them to do that. But you already have Josh Rosen in here, and I don't really see the need for bringing in Tua. I'm in love with the high upside quarterback instead. But like I said, I think that Tua needs that fantastic surrounding situation around him. He's going to need a good offensive line. He's going to need good weapons who can get open quickly that he can get the ball to. I don't think that the Dolphins are there yet. And they might be there in a couple years, but what are you going to do to Tua's development in the meantime, especially behind the worst offensive line in the league? And that's not even mentioning the injury concerns that Tua has. I mean, what happens if you throw him behind that porous offensive line and he gets hurt? I just don't like the move for Tua here. I think that there's better situations for him, and Jordan Love is my number 2 quarterback. Moving on, the New York Giants are on the clock. And for them, the pick is going to be Andrew Thomas, left tackle out of Georgia. He's the best tackle in this class. Great run blocker, good pass blocker. Still work on it at the NFL level, but what tackle coming out of college doesn't need to work on their pass blocking? But you surround Daniel Jones, get him a beefed up offensive line. It was only a couple years ago that the Giants had the worst offensive line in the league. But he's the eventual replacement for Nate Solder. And I think that you could probably move Nate Solder off to right tackle. And then you would have, a pretty good tackle duo there, protecting your rookie quarterback and giving him some help. I think that he could get all the offensive line help that he could get would be beneficial to Daniel Jones with his fumbling issues and his pocket presence issues. All right. Down here at pick number 5, the Detroit Lions are on the clock, and they're going to get the player that they would have taken at 3 anyways, Jeff Okudah, cornerback out of Ohio State. This guy is the perfect scheme fit for this New England Belichickian style defense. He is a man corner, super athletic, Super high upside, again, super high floor. You bring him in here, and you're going to have a number one corner for the foreseeable future. Fantastic pick, and you pick up an extra first round for it. The Los Angeles Chargers are on the clock at number 6 overall. And the pick for them is going to be Tua Tagovailoa. Now, I was saying with the Dolphins, I don't want to bring him into that situation because I think that he needs a really good situation as a rookie to succeed. And I can't think of a better rookie quarterback situation than the Chargers. They beefed up their offensive line in free agency by bringing in Brian Bulaga. You have good weapons there, different types of weapons. Keenan Allen in the slot. You have Mike Williams on the outside as that big-bodied receiver. You have Eckler in that outside run game who can also take the dump-off passes. Hunter Henry, who can move the sticks as well. I think that Tua is really going to succeed here behind the beefed-up offensive line with the great offensive weapons and the new-look defense that on paper looks to be one of the best in the NFL. I think that this is probably the best landing spot for Tua in the draft. I don't think that he could be any happier with anywhere else he goes. He is capped by the upside. I think that he is a high floor quarterback, but he doesn't necessarily have the upside. He'll never be a top 10 elite guy. But I don't think that's what you need him to be here. I think that he can be a top 15 to 20 range quarterback and just dispense that ball really well, get the ball into the hands of the playmakers by using accurate, quick throws. And I think that the Chargers can win with Tua there. On the clock at 7 overall, it's going to be the Panthers. And the pick for them is going to be Isaiah Simmons. Simply put, you're taking the best player available on the board. This guy's a top 3 quality player, and you're getting him down here at 7. So the mindset behind this pick is really pick him now, figure out what he's going to play later. I have no doubt in my mind that Matt Rule is going to be able to figure out some way to maximize his talents. Matt Rule is a great modern thinker, and I know that he's going to be able to help maximize Isaiah Simmons' talents in a really modern defense based off defending the pass first. Moving on to the Cardinals here at number 8 overall, the pick for them is going to be Tristan Wirfs, right tackle out of Iowa. I think that he's the perfect tackle fit for them. They have a big need along their offensive line, but I love bringing him in as that athletic right tackle. He's probably the most athletic tackle in this class. He can really move in space really well. He's the best at that. So I think that you can bring him in here and he can move well to the second level and protect Kyler Murray. I think it's a perfect scheme fit in Arizona with what Kingsbury likes to do. So you take him and you don't look back. Now here at number 9 overall, the Jaguars are going to select cornerback from Florida, C.J. Henderson. It's a bit early to take Henderson, I do think. But I think that beefing up this defense is the biggest need of the Jaguars. Get it to the level that it was 2-3 years ago, because it's just been in a fast decline ever since then. You need that number 1 boundary corner on the outside. C.J. Henderson can come in. He's a press cover corner. He can play in that cover 3 scheme. Excellent fit, excellent player, very athletic for his size, and an incredible upside. Love this pick for the Jaguars. I just think that, you can't go wrong beefing up this defense again. Now on the clock here at number 10 overall is the Cleveland Browns. And Jedrick Wills is going to be the pick for them, right tackle out of Alabama. He falls to them, and I think they're pretty lucky for it. I think that he's the best overall right tackle in this class. I think Wirfs is probably more athletic, but I think I do have Wills above Wirfs, just, in a vacuum outside of scheme fit. But Wills falls to the Browns, and they have a desperate need at tackle. They have to give Baker all the help that he can get there, especially on the right side, where he likes to roll out. Baker hates muddy pockets, and if you have a porous group of tackles, I think that you're going to see more results like we saw with their offense last year with Baker rolling out too early and getting rid of the ball far too early before plays develop. So solidify that offensive line, get him a solid right tackle for the next couple of years, and I think that you can see better play out of Baker with it. On the clock now at number 11 is going to be the New York Jets. And for them, the pick is going to be Jerry Jeudy, right tackle out of Alabama. He falls to them, and I think they're pretty lucky for it. I think that Jerry Jeudy is the best overall right tackle in this class. I think Wirfs is probably more athletic, but I think I do have Wills above Wirfs, just, in a vacuum outside of scheme fit. But wide receiver out of Alabama. For the last 2 years in this offense, Sam Darnold really has had nothing to work with. I mean, he has Jamison Crowder in the slot, and Robbie Anderson, but it never felt like Robbie Anderson's full potential was being used here. And then they let him walk away in free agency and don't bring in any other weapons to help Darnold. You have to give him some receiving help. You can't let him roll out there with a poor group of receivers again. So get him a number one receiver in Jerry Jeudy, somebody who can separate and runs crisp routes. And I think that with Jeudy and Darnold in this offense, you're looking to see better gains from them in his third year.